Hello, Tom Zarinskis, and I'm the creator of TrueSpell Phonetics. I'd like to talk about the sounds of U.S. English, the frequency of each sound that you will hear when you read text in magazines, newspapers. 10,000 words, 10,281 words were listed and counted by Collins Cobuild to the tune of 60 million phonemes. The 10,000 words were repeated words. The word "the" was repeated 1 million times in this database. So you can see there were a lot of repetitions, and it is just like you would see when reading a newspaper or even speaking as well. If you think that you are speaking dictionary level pronunciation, which none of us really do, but it gives you a handle as to an interesting insight. Now here is a listing of the phonemes. Here they are. There are 40 of them. You can expand this page down low and also pause it to read this count of phonemes. You can see that the N sound was number one, had this many. There were 4 million appearances of the N sound in 4,900 words, which is 47.8% of the database of the words had the N sound in them, with many repetitions of the N sound in many words. But these are words that had the N sound. T and I as a vowel was the first vowel, was the second vowel. And these are also prevalent as schwa sounds. Now all the schwa sounds were spelled out in TrueSpell as I heard them. And it seemed to be pretty easy to differentiate when you had an I or an or which I call the short U. But anyway, this shows the first 24. Let's go down to 40. There you go. There's the 40th sound, j, as in vision, measure, beige, very rare sound. Only 61 words were in the database of 10,281. And so you can pause and look at them. Here is a summary of the statistics on that. There were that many words, 59 million words, and 62,000. When I looked at the repeated frequency of words, I came up with 6 average phonemes per word. Now this is with ER, OR, and AIR only given as vowels. If you include the R as a consonant, it would be about the 5th or 6th most prevalent consonant if you add those vowel R's in, and it would be 6.27 phonemes per word. So here is a listing of the prevalence of vowels, and I give a sample word so you can see how to pronounce these vowel spellings. You know that notice they are all in letters of the alphabet, and that makes TrueSpell spreadsheet friendly, and I can do this kind of analysis because it is spreadsheet friendly. So you can see the vowels here and the sample words there. The ah sound, it was a toughie because the letter A has to be used for the ah sound. And almost 100% of the time you hear the ah sound, it is spelled by the letter A. So in English, the letter A has to be in words like cat and words like that. So the ah sound couldn't be a letter O because the O is prevalent in too many traditionally spelled words like to, and of and off. You see that letter O by itself is confusing. So what I call the short O is the double O, short double O in good. Is the short sound, and I use the double O there. And good food here is the sound with, as in true. Notice that all the long vowels are written with the letter E on the end of them. So in the final summary, when you look at all the vowels and consonants, 40% of the sounds spoken or written are vowels. And there is a graph of that. You can pause to look at that. And when we get to consonants, we have 23 consonants. Here are samples of the consonants, and they're far more self-evident. You can see the letters reflected. Now, the TH spells two sounds, and the one that is more prevalent is the voiced TH, as in this, that, the. Whereas the other TH has to have spelled a little different, and I added an H for TrueSpell, and that spells thin, thick. You can hear the difference. Now TrueSpell will, in the database, TrueSpell in the converter will always show you the difference in how to, for pronunciation, how to say those words. The only other problem is ZH, je, as in beige. You never see ZH spelling that. It's a normal phonetic version of how to spell the je sound. And the G sound is always hard, as in gag, right there. And there's a J sound, as in jug. It's not a soft G. And there's a graphic. You can pause on that to look at that graphic. So in the final end, TrueSpell is all phonetics are spelled in US English kind of way. It links to phonics. You can see there are analysis, as a matter of fact, at truespell.com, where the converter lives. You can go there and see the converter. And you can also see tutorials and practice tutorials of TrueSpell. It is easy to learn for adults. You can learn it in some say a few minutes, a few hours for practice. There are tutorials there. You can actually find video tutorials on YouTube. And the converter will show you many things, like when a plural S is spoken as a Z sound rather than an S sound. And if you can reverse the conversion and take the phonetic and put it back into regular traditional spelling, and you will see a lot of situations where a phonetic spelling stands for more than one word, like two TO, TOO, and TWO. That is shown, those are homonyms are all shown for you. So TrueSpell is a good replacement, actually more accurate for US English than IPA is, because it spells out all the schwas. So I encourage you to use TrueSpell. I believe that it is the way to go for teaching phonemic awareness for children and learning English reading, and also for English as a second language. Thank you very much.